welcome to my channel. My name's Tammy and this is gonna basically be a beauty based channel. I already have an Instagram, which is Bangin' Beauty XO, and I am a licensed esthetician, makeup artist, and lash technician. So I'm just gonna do a natural everyday look that I do personally. I love wearing makeup and I love bright glamorous looks, but at the same time makeup irritates my skin a lot of the time, and sometimes I think I'm allergic to, maybe a product in it or something like that, but I'm just gonna do a nice, easy, natural look that maybe you guys will want to try out, and if you do, that is awesome. Tag me in the looks, but we're gonna get started. So for my primer today, I am going to use the Maybelline Baby Skin, and I really like this as a drugstore primer. It blurs my pores a lot. Don't know how it works for everybody else, but works really well for my skin. If you want to know any high-end primers I really like the Tarte. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's a Tarte primer, and it comes in like a little pot, and it's very blurring. That's probably one of my favorite primers. It's kind of like the Tatcha Silk Primer or whatever that one's called, but that one's another really good high-end drug one, but everybody raves about that. So for my foundation today, I'm going to use the Makeup Forever HD Foundation Stick in the shade Y225. So I just kind of like to do a few lines on my face. That's actually a lot more than I usually do, but I have work today, so I need to have a little more. So then I'm gonna use my Morphe sponge, and we're just gonna kind of bounce and blend, bounce and blend. Make sure it goes onto your ears, under the eyes, everywhere there is imperfections. And I do have a lot of breakouts, which, is a-okay. I am not somebody who shames having broken out skin. I actually do skincare for a living, so when people have breakouts and are, self-conscious about them, there's nothing wrong with having breakouts. There really isn't. And I'm just gonna add a little more to the places that I need it, like my breakout areas, and then eyelids, underneath the eyes. Look like a crazy person right now.
Nuts.
So we're just gonna blend that out. Okie dokie, so now we have a nice base going on. And I like to take a little bit of the NYX Full Coverage Concealer and take just a little bit of it on my finger and just kind of put it over any spots too, because I don't really use a lot of concealer in general. I just kind of spot conceal with a full coverage one. That seems to work the best for me. And also, I hate putting foundation on my nose. So my nose probably looks a little weird because it's probably really light compared to, reddish, freckly compared to the rest of my face, but I hate putting foundation on my nose because it covers up my freckles, and I really actually like my freckles. So that's all taken care of. And now I'm just gonna set my under eyes with the Wet n Wild mattifying powder. This is really good, except for it has flashback, which really sucks, but when I'm just going to work, I don't really care about flashback because I don't really have my picture taken at work, so I just don't really care. I'll just wear it, So I'm just gonna set my under eyes in my eyelids. And I also have to set my forehead because my forehead creases very easily, and I'd rather not have it crease, you know. And then we're gonna set those few spots down here just so they don't, you know, migrate or the foundation doesn't move or anything like that. So next we're gonna apply blush. The blush I'm gonna use today is from the Maybelline Master Contour kit, and it's in number 20, which is the medium to deep one. And so I'm gonna use that middle shade. I like shimmery blushes. I find that they look really cute on at least my skin tone. I have a very fair skin tone, so I like to use a nice shimmery blush. And I like a decent amount of blush to give my face some color. And then I'm like that person who puts it like up here a little bit and then puts it on her nose.
Beautiful.
We are going to contour. So for contouring, I don't as much contour as I do bronze. So I just basically bronze up the entire area and then I do like maybe a little bit of contour. So I'm gonna use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer. So the darker one, not the light one. And then I'm gonna, most of the brushes I've been using are either Morphe for the sponge and then It Cosmetics brushes, which are my favorite because they're super soft. So I'm going to, you know, just dip in there and then I'm just going to bronze my cheeks. And I do it a little bit more onto this area than most people do because I kind of like that, you know, over bronzed sunburn type of look because I don't really tan easily, so I kind of have to give myself that beautiful appearance of tanned, glowy skin. And I am that person who goes a little excessive with that. I like my nose to be super bronzy. My forehead needs to be super bronzy so it doesn't look like I have a 10 head. And then I do underneath of my neck. So then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut my contour, or bronze. So I just use that Morphe sponge and then I just, you know, I bake basically underneath where it is so that I can have a nice chiseled out contour. And then I do the sides of my nose a little bit, just a little. Try and make her look a little less gigantic. Beautiful. So I let that sit a little bit, and then honestly for my eyeshadow, I don't really wear eyeshadow often unless it's like a high glam look. So I'm just gonna use my Farrah eyeshadow brush. It's stained pink and it's clean, but it's stained pink. And I'm just gonna use that same bronzer that I bronzed my face with and just kinda do up top. And trust me, it does look like it's turning pink, but I promise you it's not actually pink, it's just the color of my bronzer. And I just find that adds a little bit of color to my lids so they don't look like veiny or anything like that. So then next I am going to do my brows. So for my brows, I just basically use a Morphe brush like this. It's the Morphe, doesn't say. So it's just, you know, an eyeliner brush or eyebrow brush. And I basically just kind of use a dark brown to black shade because I do dye my hair black. So I'm just gonna use a random shade I have, nothing special. And if you see me looking up, I have a mirror there. I just fill them in the slightest bit because I already have really thick, full eyebrows naturally. So I just kind of give them a little bit of love. My eyebrows are also uneven because I got half of one of them ripped off in beauty school, so that was fun. And now she's finally grown back a little more normal, so hopefully they'll be a little more even eventually. But you know, I graduated beauty school over a year ago and it still isn't growing back normal. So I've been putting, you know, vitamin E and vitamin C and all of that on it, and hopefully that'll help, because those are really helpful for growing your eyelashes and growing in eyebrow hairs, and you know what I mean. So like, say you got your eyebrows waxed by a beautician and they butchered them and they look terrible and you want them to grow in and stuff. So basically you just put vitamin C, vitamin E, or castor oil on them and it should help them grow over time, which is really good, so that you can kind of get them fixed and then go to somebody you trust instead of, you know, just having like these poor eyebrows that you hate, which would really suck. Okay, so then next, to kind of set my brows into place, I use the Ulta Beauty Brow Tint in the shade medium, and it's just, you know, this little brow product and just has a little tiny brush on the end, and I just kind of brush through them. It gives them even a little more thickness and everything, but I have really long eyebrow hairs and I trim them like every 2 weeks and they still grow in crazy fast, so I like to make sure I have them nice and set. And then before that's kind of like set, I just kind of brush through them, make sure they're looking nice and how I want them to. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This one's looking a little crazy.
Beautiful.
So then I would highlight. I am basic and I still use products from way back when. I use the Benefit High Beam and it's still one of my favorite products of all time to use. I think that it's just really pretty no matter what like look you're going for. So I just kind of put it on my cheeks and then I just blend it out with my finger. I don't like wearing a highlight every day. I find that my skin, I just look better without one on the daily. I think I'm liking more of matte looks lately rather than really glowy. I like the glowy skin, but I don't like the glowy like highlighter look, because my skin kind of has a natural glow to it on that area of my face, so I don't find it's absolutely necessary to put it in all those places all the time. But today I'm feeling a little more glowy than I usually would, so that's good. And then I put a little down my nose. One thing I do love is a good nose highlight. Nose highlights are everything, and they can change your nose from being like exactly how you hate it to exactly how you want it. And then I put a little above my lip because I have really small lips, so I like to think that it makes it look, you know, better, even if it doesn't. So now I'm gonna wipe away the bake I had. just a subtle bake, so just wipe it away a little bit.
Beautiful.
Feeling glamorous. So next I am going to put on mascara, and I actually got this as like a mini thing for Christmas, and I just opened it and started using it. It is the Sephora brand Lash Craft Length and Volume Mascara. It's probably one of my favorite mascaras to use now, which is absolutely crazy, and I think it's very pretty, and it honestly makes my lashes so voluminous. Nuts. So I'm just gonna put this on. I'm also that type of person where I don't put it on my bottom lashes. I find it makes my eyes look even smaller, and I can't deal with that on the daily. I just, you know, it's not what I personally like. But so then the last step for me for my makeup, or one of the last steps, is you know, your lip product. So I like using these Lancome lip shakers, I think they're called, and this one's called Freedom of Peach, and it's this little cute bottle, and it's kind of like a lip oil in a way, and I just add it to my lips. It's really hydrating, gives a little bit of a pinky color, and that's what I like. So it gives me a little bit of like a pinky tone to my lips, and just makes them look really hydrated. So then my last step out of the entire, you know, process is setting spray. So I use the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus, and I have it in coconut because I'm a scented, like, scents. So I just spray this everywhere on my face. Then you look like a wet dog for a hot minute. Let her dry. Look at that highlight. Look at that glow. She's feeling cute. There you go, guys. It's a quick, easy, natural, everyday look if you don't like to wear tons of makeup. It is a lot of steps, but at the same time, it looks very natural, very pretty, very summery and springish, because, you know, spring is here. So all the products that I've used will be listed down below in the description, and please subscribe if you like me or if you like my channel, and if you could please check out my social media, that would be amazing. My Instagram is BangingBeautyXO, and that's for my beauty account, and then my regular is t.homs. So basically, thank you guys for watching. Please continue to watch. I'd really appreciate it. Tell all your friends. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.